Alright, so I just got back from watching Mortal Kombat 2, the sequel to 2021's Mortal Kombat, which is based off of the immensely popular fighting video game series Mortal Kombat. So I should just preface right away, I know next to nothing about Mortal Kombat besides the names and looks of the characters. I've not played a single Mortal Kombat game. But the games are famous enough where you can't, I couldn't avoid having the very, very surface level, tip of the iceberg knowledge of the franchise. Even though I've never played one of the games, I know who the most famous characters are. So I only know what the movies have told me. So I'm not approaching this as a fan of Mortal Kombat. I'm approaching this as a general audience, someone who just wants to watch a fun action movie, seeing how good it is. So, the first Mortal Kombat, not the one that came out in the 90s, but the one from 5 years ago, Mortal Kombat 1, I guess we can call it, I thought was pretty bad. I wasn't very entertained by it. I thought the action was okay, but the story was so paper thin, the characters were so cliche, and they kept building up this tournament, this Mortal Kombat tournament, that didn't even happen in the movie. So I don't know. I thought the movie was kind of lame, but I had heard through the grapevine that this one was supposed to be what the first one should have been. Like this, like, oh, this one's pretty good. So I went and watched it, and I agree, it is better than the first one. I enjoyed it a lot more. But that's not saying a lot when I really didn't enjoy the first one. I think this movie is fine. I think if you are a Mortal Kombat fan, you're going to enjoy it more. I don't know how accurate it is to the games, or if it does any cardinal sins or heresy with the lore or anything like that. I have no idea. But it seems like it's doing things faithfully. Again, I don't know, but everyone looks like they should, I think, and they got all the weapons and the catchphrases and stuff like that. I will say this movie it does have a better story than the first one. It's not a great story. It's still very cliche about, becoming, your ultimate self, like rising above your own insecurities and becoming who you're meant to be, that sort of thing, which is kind of what the first movie was about as well. But I feel like it's done a little bit better here. The movie's main character in this one is, I guess it's kind of two main characters, but the marketing really leans heavily towards Johnny Cage, who's this like washed up Hollywood action star from the 80s and 90s and those old-fashioned action movies. But he actually does know how to fight. He's got a black belt and stuff like that, and he's one of Earthrealm's champions. And then there's Katana, who's from another realm. I forget its name, but she's kind of this warrior princess that's living under the rule of this warlord who's trying to conquer all the realms, I guess. And she kind of wants revenge for her father and justice for her kingdom and that sort of thing. And so these are kind of the two main characters, and they kind of have parallel arcs. And I think it's done competently enough. There's nothing groundbreaking here, but I say all of that. You're not going to a Mortal Kombat movie, a movie based off of a fighting game, for the story. Now, if the story was good, I would enjoy the movie a lot better. I mean, the Lego movie has a great story. It's very entertaining, and it's a cliche story, but they do it really well, in a very entertaining way. And so I enjoy the Lego movie a lot more, not just because it's Legos, but they don't. This is not the Lego movie of fighting game movies. The story is very paper thin. It's a little better, but But the action is very much a step above what the first movie was. The first movie's action was okay. This movie has a lot more entertaining action. My eyes weren't glazed over. It's not John Wick level action, okay? I haven't seen anything that tops that, but it's fun. It's people got cool powers and you can tell what's going on. There's no shaky cam or anything like that. It's well shot. It's, the special effects aren't so distracting that it takes you out of it, really. So it didn't blow my mind or anything, but it was adequately entertaining. And I think that kind of sums up this whole movie. It's adequate. I don't think I ever am going to watch it again, and I feel like a lot of people are just going to look up the fight scenes on YouTube once they're available, and that will be the legacy of this movie. But, you know, who knows? If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, maybe you think this is the best movie of all time and it does everything you ever wanted it to do. I honestly have no idea. All I can say is, for me personally, I don't regret watching it. I think it's a fun time at the movies. But as long as you know you're not getting anything that's gonna, you know, be your favorite. Like, it's not the best action movie, it's not the best adventure movie, it's not the best comedy, it's just adequate. It's fine. I think this movie is the very definition of okay. It's better than meh, but it's not good. It's okay. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on Mortal Kombat 2.